Hello, Fee Jamieson-Folland, the Lifestyle Aligner. In fact, I have my logo, actually it's on the back of this t-shirt, the Lifestyle Aligner. Tuning in with, are you tracking on your true north? So is your compass set on track? So this is in relation to this week's theme, which is about living lightly. And I was actually going to be doing this video outside. And there's a large tractor that's just started to work right out there. So I trust you can hear me above the tractor. Anyway, so when it comes to living lightly and being actually tracking on the true north, what this brings to mind for me is my experience of kind of figuring out what it was that I wanted to be doing next in my life. And that was back actually when I was 11, I decided that I was going to be a dentist. And I tracked through with that all the way through. That was what my true north was set to on my compass. And I took the exams, even though I absolutely loved language, I loved art, loved music, sports, which I certainly devoured with gusto. I really did my best to apply myself with the sciences so I could be doing dentistry. And I actually didn't quite make the grade at what was O-level for us, at A-level for us in the UK. And so I moved to Oxford, moved from Sussex, moved from home, went with the dearest friend Tom, and moved to Oxford and did 1 year of intensive resitting 3 A-levels, which was crazy bonkers, and working a full-time job at the same time, so it was quite challenging to fund myself to do it. Anyway, the point with me telling you this is that I got to the end of that year, got the grades, got into a couple of places, a couple of unis to do dentistry, and then thought, hang on a minute, is this really what I want to be doing? Is this really, in one sense, living lightly in my life, or am I going to actually create a lot of gnashing of teeth and an unhappy heart if I follow this track, which is one that I've said that I'm going to do, and so there was part of me that was like, I've said that I should do this, so I'm going to do it, so I should do it. And I just realized I had this epiphany where I suddenly realized what I was saying I would be doing in my life, which was to be not really able to engage in conversation with people, be pretty static all day, crouched over, most likely, a person, their mouth open, not being able to speak back to me, probably in pain and in fear of coming to see me. Think about the classic scenario with a dentist, and also some of the chemicals I might need to be handling at that time. That's what was being used all those years ago. And so I just suddenly thought, no. And that has allowed me to live more lightly in my life, because I know that my heart is engaged and I'm passionate about what it is that I get to do, the way I choose and get to serve in my life. So I'm curious to hear what this might say to you, and if it's not a question necessarily to answer to me or to anyone else. It's that question inside ourselves. Is my compass facing true north? And this might be in what you choose to do in your life. It might be in relationships. It might be where you're living, whatever it may be. That's my invitation to you, is to have a think about your true north, and are you tracking towards that? And of course, I'd love to hear from you, always do. And look forward to seeing you on this week's Alive with Fee. And until then, please do keep sharing your sunshine. Ciao for now.